No, you didn't. Your stupid bug found her, and now it's right back in your damn apartment.
Here we go again.
Do you think you need a wife if you have a demon?
I was just thinking, actually, I guess you never are lacking for companionship. You always have someone with you that you can talk to, someone who knows you better than anyone. So I feel like a lot of the, I don't know, loneliness pervasive in modern culture, well, potentially in any culture, but especially a stereotype of modern culture in the current era, is probably mitigated a little bit by having a demon. It's a part of you. It's representative of your personality. So how much of a bummer would it be if, like, someone had an Eeyore demon because they were depressed? And so it's just two people feeding off each other's negativity. Kind of, actually, a little bit like the sadomasochistic relationship that Mrs. Coulter has with her monkey, right? Damn thing is just vicious all the time because it's beaten down by her all the time. Anyway, this is turning into a weirder tangent than I intended. I feel like you get a different kind of companionship from a spouse than you might get from a demon. Sex jokes aside. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Sex jokes, come on back. What about, is bestiality a thing in this world? Are there people that have relationships with their demon? I don't know if that's super damaging or, depending on how you want to spin it, somewhat positive, like, oh, I'm all the love I need, me and my demon, my external soul and sexual companion.
Ew.
Oh yeah, it's pretty gross, isn't it?
Something tells me I'll need her.
Yeah, plot.
Actually, I can read it.
Then why doesn't she use it to find the missing children?
I think in this case it might be because they've got a sense of where they need to go, but they need reinforcements, and that's why they're looking for the help of the witches. But it raises a really interesting point, and it's a very challenging thing that Philip Pullman did for himself writing the books, and a problem that they have to deal with in the show, too. It's a plot-destroying device, right? It's something that always tells the truth, and if you know how to ask it the question, it will always tell you the right answer. So how are you supposed to keep mysteries? How are you supposed to drive conflict for your characters if they always know everything? All they need to do is ask. And it's always that easy. And there's no limit to how many times they can do it. They kind of get around it a little bit in the book by having the question answer be a bit more abstract. She only has 3 symbols to ask a question. She has to be clever about what she's going to ask and how. And the way it answers back is also with some symbols. It's not always obvious. And really complex questions are incredibly hard to read. So it's very challenging. Maybe they'll show that in the show. Like, she'll ask us something and it'll spin through an ass load of symbols. I'll be like, oh, I guess that's too much. But no, I never really thought about it until just now. How do you give someone this in the very beginning of your story and then still keep the story interesting without them just fixing everything with their I know everything button? Let's see if we spend the next however many seasons every 30 seconds being like, well, why don't you just ask the alethiometer is in your pocket? That might happen.
I need you.
I am not for sale.
Well, come on, you have an alethiometer in your pocket. Why don't you ask it how to get him to help you? Damn! Now, I do like this. It was the logical thing to keep from the books to prevent alethiometers from being completely overpowered. The fact that it is abstract and it's confusing and it's quasi-metaphorical. You have a series of symbols. You have to construct a question out of using symbols. You have to construct an answer out of using symbols. And each symbol is representative of an idea that can change based on the context of the question or the answer. So it's a really cool item. And the idea that, you can ask it anything, but it might take weeks to get an answer or to figure out what the answer is and take a ridiculous amount of studying and all these books and all these different patterns that people have been finding over years. That explains why alethiometers haven't completely broken this world. And it explains why Lyra is so powerful, that she can just be like, I think, okay, boom, 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 and the answer is ba-dum, and she's done. Still makes her a game-breaking plot device, but, This is what I thought was so cool about the books. You're meeting these new factions and you're gathering allies for, very stereotypical storytelling. You gather your forces for the final climactic battle. But this is why fantasy can be so much more exciting than nonfiction or whatever. It's not, oh, I'm gonna get this group in this kingdom in this country to be on my side. It's like, I'm gonna get the witches and this big ass depressed bear guy and some dude with a hot air balloon, and like all these are the people that are the factions that matter. It's just fun. It's just cool. It's very interesting.
What a nerd.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, so this Boreal guy thinks he's so smart, huh? What if the dude asks the alethiometer, how do I find what Grumman discovers? And the alethiometer answers, ask someone who has an alethiometer. Freaking alethiometers. They ruined the plot. Holy shit, that service is incredible. Food was on the table before he was in his seat. Oh my god, who the fuck is this superhero the Magisterium got on their side? Who's this priest that just got thrown out of a second-story window and just scoots back like, oh no, I'm fine, I'm good, doesn't bother me much? Who's this guy? No wonder nobody fights the Magisterium.
How soon can this happen?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you go ask someone with an alethiometer?